For the first lesson on the final grading, we have here the topic plane areas. Okay, so this is in lesson 9. So for the previous lessons on trigonometric identities, trigonometric functions, algebraic functions, differential calculus, as well as the plane geometry. So this will be applied all in getting the plane areas of the area bounded by a line, or that is the linear equation, or that is in the first degree polynomial. Okay, and then as well as the axis, which is the y-axis and the x-axis of a rectangular coordinate system, and as well as the area bounded by the curve. Okay, so a curve, so that is a parabola, or that forms a spandrel. Okay, so for this one, we'll be using the plane geometry, which will be our checking on the values that we'll be getting in getting the integral for this given equations. Okay, so for this, the outcome, so at the end of the course, the student should be able to first correctly define and describe the theoretical concepts of plane areas, and then second is to use correctly and illustrate completely the procedures in solving plane areas and definite integrals. So for our previous lessons, so those are all indefinite integrals, meaning that they have no limit. So that is in terms of x, in terms of y, and so on. So for definite integrals, the limits already are given. So our answer will be in terms of square units, or for the volume, that is in cubic units, and the same with the length of a curve, that is in units also. Okay, so that is not in terms of the arbitrary constancy, as well as the values of, or the variables x and y already. So for this one, the limits are all given, so that is called the definite integrals already. Okay, so having this one, we'll be discussing first the plane areas in rectangular coordinate system. So this one, it includes areas bounded by lines, which is the linear equation, or the first degree polynomial, and that includes also the axis, which is the y-axis and the x-axis, and then for the by lines and curves. Okay, and then for the part 2 of the lesson, we'll be discussing the plane areas of polar curves in polar coordinates. So that is included there the 0 degrees until to its 360 degrees. So that is one revolution. Okay, so for the formula of the plane areas of a rectangular coordinate system, if we are going to use a vertical differential strip, so that is the thickness for that one will be dx, and dx there is the limits from, okay, so that is the limits is from x sub 1 to x sub 2, and for the height, that is the y upper minus the y lower. Okay, so for this one, that is a rectangle. So for that one, the area of a rectangle is of course base times height, so that is just simply as dx multiplied by y, and y there is y upper minus y lower. So what touches the strip, so that will be the equation of the y. Okay, so for the area, that is the integral of x sub 2 x sub 1, so the limits is from x sub 1 and then x sub 2, and then y there, that is y upper minus y lower. So it depends on the equation that will strike. Okay, so the ends of the strip, and then that is multiplied by the width, which is the differential coefficient with respect to x. And the same with using horizontal strip. So using horizontal strip, the thickness will be now dy, so that is the differential coefficient with respect to y. And then for the length, okay, so that is x right minus x left. So that is the value of x here. So getting again the area of a rectangle, that is dy multiplied by x, and x there is x right minus x left. So what strikes the values of x right and x left, so that will be substituted in the equation. Okay, so for this one also the limits are from, since that is in dy. Okay, so the limits for this one is from y sub 1 to y sub 2. Okay, so where a there is the area, x sub 1 to x sub 2, and y sub 1 to y sub 2, those are the limits. So it has a limit, so that is an in a definite integral already. And then y upper and y lower, that is the equation of the vertical strip that is perpendicular to x. So that is perpendicular to x. And x right and x left, that is right and left equation of the horizontal strip that is perpendicular also to y. Okay, so that will be the condition for those ones. Okay, so having this example number 1, find the area bounded by the axis and line 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. So this will be a line, since that is in the first degree, so that is a first degree polynomial, so that is a linear equation and it forms a line. Okay, so for solution for this one, let us first graph the 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. So for this one, the requirement for this is the area bounded by the axis and the line 3x plus 2y is equal to 12, meaning that axis there includes the y-axis of the rectangular coordinate system and as well as the x-axis of the rectangular coordinate system. Okay, so having this one, we first write this 3x plus 2y is equal to 12 in its y-intercept form. Okay, so that is y-intercept form. So that is the standard form for the line. Okay, so that is for the y-intercept form, that is y is equal to mx plus b. If you remember your trigonometric. Okay, so that is y is equal to mx plus b, where m there is the slope of the line, which is either that is positive or negative. If that is a positive, it is upward. Okay, and then for a negative slope, that is downwards. Okay, the line is downwards. And then for b there, that will be the y-intercept. Okay, so having that one, let us rewrite the equation. The given equation to be 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. So we have to write this one in terms of its y, so that we may be able to obtain its y-intercept form. Okay, so that is easier to graph. Okay, so having that, that is y is equal to 12 transposing 3x to the right side, that is negative 3x, and then divided by its coefficient, which is 2. So it will become y is equal to 6 minus 3 halves x, or if you're going to rewrite this one in its intercept form, that is y is equal to negative 3 halves x plus 6. So for the slope is equal to negative 3 halves, meaning that is downwards. Okay, the line is downwards. And for the value of b, which is the y-intercept, that is equal to positive 6. Okay, so having this one, okay, we have to rewrite this one in terms of its x, so that if we're going to substitute the value of x right minus x left to the equation, since we are going to use their first, okay, using horizontal strip. Okay, so that is, again, if we're going to rewrite this one in its x, okay, in terms of x, that is x is equal to 12 minus 2y and then divided by its coefficient, which is 3. Okay, so rewriting this again. Okay, so x is equal to, that will be 12 divided by 3, that is 4, okay, minus 2 thirds y, okay. So we have here two strip to use, okay. So it's either horizontal strip or vertical strip. It depends on you, because it is easier if you're going to get the two, since they will be giving us the same answer, okay. So that is, if we're going to graph that, okay, graphing the equation, so that is 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. So since our slope is negative 3 halves, that is up downwards, okay. And then for the y-intercept, that is 6. So from the y-axis, that is 6, okay. So this will be 0, 6, since the x value here is 0 and the y there is 6, okay. And of course it is downwards, okay. So downwards, okay. So for this one, to get the point of intersection, so we have to substitute there y is equal to 0, okay. So if y is equal to 0 for the point of intersection, okay, so that will be knowing there the limits already, okay. So if y is equal to 0, substituting that one to our equation, since that is here, okay, substituting it here, that is 0 is equal to negative 3 halves x plus 6, okay. So having this one, transposing 3 halves x to the other side, that is 3 halves x is equal to 6, okay. So cross multiplying and dividing it by 3, so it will become x is equal to 12 divided by 3, so this will be equal to 4, okay. So x there is 4 and y is 0, so those will be the point of intersections for the area bounded. So since the area bounded by the axis and the line, so this line is, of course, y is equal to negative 3 halves x plus 6, and of course again that is in terms of x, also that is equal to 4 minus 2 thirds y, okay. So for this one, if we are going to use there a horizontal strip, okay, so we may use it's either horizontal strip there or a vertical strip. So this will be the value of dx, okay. So the thickness for this one is dy, so that is in the y-axis, so that is dy, that is the vertical distance for that one. And then x right there is this one, so x right is also equal to this one, so that is x right. And then for the x left, okay, that is automatically equal to 0 because it lies on the y-axis, okay. So having that one using horizontal strip, so for our solution 1 using horizontal strip, okay, for the area of that one, that is equal to the integral of course, x right minus x left for the area, that is the length multiplied by the height, which is dy. And that is the limits are from y sub 1 to y sub 2, since we have there the differential coefficient with respect to y, so the limits are from y sub 1 to y sub 2, okay. So getting that one, that is equal to, for the limits, that is from, of course, 0 to 6, okay. Since that is from the origin, that is 0 to 6, okay. So that is from 0, 0 to 6, okay. Since the area bounded will be including the axis, okay. So that is the y-axis and the x-axis, so this will be the area, okay, required, okay. So for this one, continuing, that is x right, so the equation that strikes the x sub right of the differential strip, so that is this one, okay. So copying that, that is 4 minus 2 thirds y, and then minus the x left, which is already 0. Okay, so that is the differential coefficient with respect to y. Okay, so having this one already, so rewriting this one, that is equal to the integral of 0 to 6 and then 4 minus 2 thirds y already, and that is dy. Okay, so getting the integral for this, that is equal to, okay, that is 4y minus 2y squared divided by 3 multiplied by 2 for its exponent. So this one will be cancelled and the limits are from 0 to 6. Okay, so rewriting that again, that is the area is equal to 4y minus y squared divided by 3, and the limits are from 0 to 6. So upper minus lower, so it will become 4 multiplied by 6 minus 6 squared divided by 3. Okay, divided by 3. Okay, so that is minus lower, which is 4 multiplied by 0 minus 0 squared divided by 3. Okay, so this one will be cancelled already since that is 0, and the answer is equal to, so 6 multiplied by 4, that is 24, and then minus 6 squared is 36 divided by 3, that is 12. Okay, so that is 12, and that is equal to, of course, 12 square units. So don't forget the units, that is 12 square units already, since that is the area. Okay, so having that one, we may use now the solution 2, which is the vertical strip. Okay, having solution 2 now using vertical strip. Okay, using vertical strip, we have to arrive at the same answer, so that the area there is supposed to be equal to 12 square units also. So we have to prove that it is also equal to 12 square units. Okay, so using vertical strip there, since if I'm going to draw there a vertical strip, so that is using vertical strip here. Okay, okay, so if this one will be the vertical strip, okay, dx there is the thickness, and then for the height, that is y upper and y lower there. So y upper there strikes the line, so that is equal to negative 3 halves x plus 6. And then for the y lower, that is, it strikes already the x-axis, so that is equal now to 0. And of course, for the point of intersections, that is 0, that is 0, 6, and then 4. And there the point of intersection includes also there 4 and 0. Okay, since that is dx already, okay, so the thickness is dx, so we have to use there the limits from x sub 1 to x sub 2. So the limits are, of course, this one. Okay, from 0 to 4. Okay, so that is 0 to 4. Okay, so using the area, okay, that is equal to the integral of y upper minus y lower multiplied by the differential coefficient, which is dx, and the limits are from x sub 1 to x sub 2, and that is equal to, of course, again, okay, that is the integral of x sub 1, which is from 0 to 4, that is multiplied by the y upper, which is given to be 3 halves x plus 6, and then minus the y lower, which is 0. So it strikes already the x axis there. Okay, so that is multiplied by the differential coefficient with respect to x. Okay, so getting the integral for these terms, so it will be equal to negative 3x squared divided by 2 multiplied by the exponent, which is 2, and that is plus 6x already, and from the limit, okay, so the limits are from 0 to 4. Okay, so having this one, that is also equal to negative 3x squared divided by 4 plus 6x, and that is from 0 to 4. Okay, so having that one, that is y upper minus y lower again. Okay, so the area will be equal to negative 3, 4, so substituting the upper limit, which is x, that is 4 squared, plus, okay, that is 6 multiplied by the upper limit, which is 4, and then minus, that is negative, okay, negative 3 fourths, and then that is 0 for the lower limit, and then plus 6 multiplied by 0. Okay, so this one will be cancelled already. So what remained here is that is equal again to 12 square units. Okay, so our answer is the same, so this is also correct. So it's either if you're going to use their vertical strip or a horizontal strip, for as long as it will be arriving at the same answer. Okay, so that is correct. Okay, and then for the tip of this one, so we'll be using their horizontal or vertical for as long as it strikes only one equation, so that the area there will not be complicated. Okay, so for our solution 3, this will be only for checking. So for checking using plane geometry, okay, so the lines there formed a triangle. Okay, so the lines there formed a triangle. Okay, so having that one, of course, the height there, the vertical height, that is automatically 6, and for the length of the base, that is 4. Okay, so having that one, that is 1/2 base times height. Okay, for the area of a triangle, that is equal to 1/2 base times height, and that is equal to 1/2 multiplied by the base, which is 4, and then multiplied by the height, which is 6. Okay, so that is also equal to 12 square units. Okay, so you have 3 solutions. If you have only one solution, for as long as it's correct, that is correct. Okay, so we have here example number 2. Find the area of a circle using vertical differential strip. So we are required to get the area of a circle using vertical differential strip. So for your task later, okay, that is you have to get the area of a circle using horizontal strip. Okay, so having this one, of course, we all know that the standard form for a circle, that is equal to x minus h squared plus y minus k squared, and that is equal to r squared, where r there is the radius of the circle, and the center here is at hk. Okay, so if our center is at 0, 0 at the origin, so that is already x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. So if you're going to use vertical strip or the horizontal strip, you will be arriving at the same answer since this one is associative. Okay, so that is x squared plus y squared. That is associative since it will be not affecting the answer there, since that is the same plus. Okay, so that is, now if you're going to get the value in terms of x there, that is x is equal to r squared minus y squared, and that is the square root. Or if we're going to rewrite this one, that is x is equal to r squared minus y squared raised to 1/2, and that is in terms of y, that is also equal to the square root of r squared minus x squared. Okay, so that is also equal to r squared minus y squared raised to 1/2. Okay, so for this one, if we're going to draw, okay, that is the circle at center HK, that is 0, 0. Okay, so using, it says there we have to use vertical differential strip. So that is a vertical horizontal strip, and we are asked to get the area of the whole circle, so we have to get the four quadrants there. Since we have four quadrants, that is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant, so the area should be multiplied by 4. Since if we're going to have this, okay, so that is the area bounded there for the first quadrant only. So since we have to get the whole circle, so we have to multiply it by 4, since a rectangular coordinate system consists of four quadrants. And of course, for the radius, this is from 0 to r, since that is the radius. The same with this one, from 0 to positive r. The same with this, from 0 to negative r. And then the same with this one, that is negative r. So we are going to use only one, and then we have to multiply it by 4, since the radius there are all the same. Okay, the distance for the radius. Okay, so having the vertical strip there, the thickness for this one is dx. So since that is in dx, the limits for this one is from x sub 1 to x sub 2. And then for the height, that is y upper minus y lower, and it is automatically, that is equal to 0. And for the y upper, it touches the vertical strip. Okay, so that is equal to the equation of the circle, which is in terms of y. So that is, we copy this one, so that is equal to r squared minus y squared, and that is raised to 1/2. Okay, so that is, if, since that the differential strip there is, we use there the thickness, which is the differential coefficient with respect to x. So we use there the limits from x sub 1 to x sub 2, and x sub 1 there is from, of course, 0 to x sub 2, which is the radius already. Okay, so having this one, okay, so that is, okay, so having the area, that is, area is equal to the integral of the limits from x sub 1 to x sub 2 multiplied by y, which is the height. So that is y upper minus y lower, and then multiplied by the thickness of the differential strip, that is forming a rectangle, that is multiplied by dx. Okay, so having this one, we have to again multiply it by 4, since it has four quadrants, and we have to get the whole circle. Okay, so that is 4 multiplied by x sub 1 to x sub 2 multiplied by y upper minus y lower, and that is multiplied by dx. Okay, substituting the values there, for the integral of x sub 1 there is now 0. Okay, so that is 0 to r, and that is, we have to multiply there the y upper, which is equal to r squared minus y squared, and that is raised to 1/2. And that is minus already, that is y lower, which is 0, since it touches already the x-axis. So that is multiplied by dx. Okay, so having this one, okay, so we have to get now the value of this one. So we integrate this one, since this one will be cancelled already, since that is 0. So from our lecture that is in lesson 9, okay, so that is from example number 1, that is case 1. So if you're going to check that one. Okay, so from trigonometric substitution, that is in lesson 9. So for example, for case 1, we have there the case 1 when the integrand involves a squared minus a squared. We have to use there y is equal to a sine of theta. Okay, so we have already computed for that one. So this will be equal to this one. Okay, so that is a squared minus x squared raised to 1/2. So it is the same with the example. Okay, so that is the area of a circle. So the answer there, we have computed that to be the integral. Okay, so this will be the integral for that one, that is a squared divided by 2 arcsine of x all over a plus x multiplied by a squared minus x squared divided by 2 plus the arbitrary constant. So having this one, we copy that. Okay, since that is the same. Okay, so that is equal to, okay, for the integral of r squared minus y squared raised to 1/2. So that is equal to, okay, that is r squared divided by 2 the arc sine of, that is y all over r, and that is plus y all over r. Okay, and that is the square root of r squared minus y squared. Okay, but of course, again, sorry, so that is in terms of y upper, so this should be x. Okay, so that is, this should be in x. Okay, so that we erase this one, so that is in terms of x. Y upper there is in terms of x, so we just change this, that is x, and this one, that is the same, x and then x. Okay, so x and then x. Okay, so having this one, that is already the integral for the integral of r squared minus x squared raised to 1/2. So that we have to get the area now. So getting the area, that is equal to 4, and that is multiplied by r squared divided by 2 sine of negative 1, that is x divided by r plus x divided by 2, and that is the square root of r squared minus x squared, and the limits are from 0 to r. Okay, so having that one, that is upper minus lower, that is a is equal to 4 multiplied by r squared divided by 2, and there we just have to copy there the radius, since that is a constant. Okay, that is sine raised to negative 1, and we have to substitute r from x, so that is r divided by r, and then plus r, okay, divided by 2 the square root of r squared, and x there is r, so that is r squared, and then that is of course again minus 0, since that is from upper minus lower, since if we're going to substitute 0 from the equation, it will give us a value of 0. Okay, so having this, that is equal now to, so since this one, that is equal to 1, and for this, that is equal to 0, what remained there is equal to 4 multiplied by r squared divided by 2 sine raised to negative 1, or the arc sine or the inverse sine of 1. Okay, and then we note that the inverse sine of 1, that is equal to 90 degrees, or that is equal to pi all over 2. Okay, so having this one, we have that to be equal to 4 multiplied by r squared divided by 2, and that we multiply it by pi all over 2. And that is equal to, this one will be cancelled, and what remained there is r squared pi, or if we are going to rewrite that one, that is pi r squared, and this is the area for a circle. Okay, so that is equal to area, so that is in square units. Okay, so we have derived the area of a circle using integral. Okay, so that will be the solution for that one. Okay, so for your task again, that is, you have to get the area of a circle using a horizontal differential strip. Okay, so for that one, it's the same, since x squared plus y squared is associative, doesn't affect the result of your answer. Okay, so you have to get again there the area to be equal to pi r squared. So that is the area of a circle. So we have derived it. Okay, so for example number 3, for our last example. So for more examples, please refer to your module. Okay, so having this example number 3, find the area in the first quadrant bounded by the curve y is equal to 4 minus x squared and the axis using vertical differential strip. So since axis there is mentioned, we have to include there the y-axis and the x-axis. Okay, so having this one, that is y is equal to 4 minus x squared. So this equation is a curve that is a parabolic curve. That is a parabola. Okay. So for the if you remember, recall, okay, so if we are going to recall the standard form again, standard form of a parabolic curve or parabola, that is, if we're going to use the vertical parabolic curve. Okay, the standard form for a vertical parabolic curve is x minus h, that is squared, is equal to plus and minus 4a multiplied by y minus k, and that is opening upwards or downwards, since if that is a plus 4a, that opens upward, so that is plus 4a, and this will be the minus 4a, so that is the length of the latus rectum. Okay, so for that one, if again, if the vertex is at hk, okay, and then for if that is at 0 0, the standard form will be equal to x squared is equal to plus and minus 4ay now. Okay, so using again the horizontal parabolic curve. For horizontal parabola, we use there y minus k squared is equal to plus and minus 4a multiplied by x minus h, where the vertex there is at hk again. And since if the vertex is at the origin, which is 0 0, okay, that is y squared is equal to plus and minus 4ax now. So for the horizontal parabolic curve, it is either opening at the right or opening at the left. So that is opening at the right, that is a plus latus rectum, and then this one is, that is minus 4a, so that is the latus rectum for that one. Okay, so for our example, since that is y is equal to 4 minus x squared, let me just rewrite again, that is y is equal to 4 minus x squared. So writing its standard form, that should be y is equal to, that is sorry, we have to use their x squared. So that is transposing x squared to the left side. That is x squared is equal to 4 minus y. So rewriting this one to its standard form, that is x squared, we have to bring out their negative. So exchanging that one, that is negative multiplied by y minus 4. Since that is the equation, our vertex is at hk, that is 0 and 4. Okay, so having that one negative there indicates that the parabola is opening downwards. Okay, so having that already, okay, we have to graph. Okay, so graphing that one, since that is opening downwards, the vertex there is at 0 4. Okay, so that is at 0 4, so it opens downwards. Okay, so we have to get the point of intersection for this one. So getting the point of intersection, the same with this one, that is the point of intersection, so that will be we'll know the limits for those ones. So we have to let there again, let y is equal to 0, since for this, that is y is equal to 4 minus x squared. Okay, so since if you're going to let y is equal to 0 for the point of intersection, that is 0 is equal to 4 minus x squared, and there that is x squared is equal to 4. So getting that one, we have to get the square root both sides, and then x is equal to, don't forget that that is square root, so it will be giving us two values, so that is positive and minus 2. Okay, so for the point of intersection, that is at 0 and 2, positive 2, and then that is 0 and negative 2. Okay, so this one, the point of intersection for this, that is at 0 2, sorry, so that is positive 2, since that is x, 2, positive 2 and 0, and then that is negative 2 and 0, sorry, so that is x and this is y, the same with this one. Okay, so having that, the point of intersection for the right side of the parabola, that is at 2 and 0, and the same with this one, that is at negative 2 and 0, but we are asked to get only the area bounded at the first quadrant, so that is the area at the first quadrant. So using here vertical strip, so we are asked to get the area using the vertical strip, so that is the area bounded by the curve and the axis, so that is, it includes the y-axis and the x-axis here. Okay, so having that one, for the differential strip, the thickness there is dx, and for the height, that is y, so this will be y upper, so that is the curve already, and y lower, here it touches the x-axis, so that is automatically equal to 0. Okay, so having that one again, area is equal to the integral of y upper minus y lower, since that is a vertical strip, multiplied by the thickness, which is dx, and since that is in dx, we have to get the limits from x sub 1 and x sub 2. Okay, so having that one, that is the integral of x sub 1 to x sub 2. Okay, so the limits there is from, okay, from 0, that is 0 0, from 0 to 2. Okay, so that is from 0 to 2, multiplied by the y upper, which is the equation of the parabola. It touches the equation of the parabola, so that is automatically 4 minus x squared minus 0, and multiplied by dx. Okay, since the y lower there, it touches already the x-axis, so it is automatically 0. Okay, so having this one, that is equal to getting the integral, so that is 4x minus, so that is already x cubed divided by 3, and that is from limits 0 to 2. Okay, so substituting the limits to the equation, so we get that to be area is equal to 4 multiplied by the upper limit, which is 2 minus the upper limit again, raised to 3 divided by 3, and that is minus, that is the lower limit. So since it will be giving us a value of 0, so that is 0. Okay, so that is now equal to, that is 16 all over 3, or that is in decimal form 5.333. So that is in square units. Oh, that okay. So that is our solution 1. Okay. This will be our solution 2. This is only for checking. Okay. Okay, that is only for checking, since that one, okay, so since if you're going to draw the figure that is from using checking using plane geometry. So for this line, so um it has a right angle, and then it has a curve, so it forms a spandrel. So this is a spandrel from plane geometry. And for the area of a spandrel, that is equal to 2/3 BH. But if the spandrel is like this one, okay, the area for this spandrel is 1/3 BH. Okay, and then for this, that is the area, that is equal to 2/3 BH. So 2/3 base there, the length of the base there is 2, so that is x. That is 2 multiplied by the height, which is given to be the vertex, which is 0, 4. So the height there is 4, that is the vertical distance. So that is also equal to 16 all over 3, or that is also equal to 5.333 square units. So it satisfied our answer using integral. So that ends our discussion on plane areas by area bounded by the lines and the curves. Okay, so that is using vertical strip and horizontal strip.